Hey everybody, it is great to see you on this Friday morning. Is anybody else hyped for the Winter Olympics, or is it just me? I just actually watched figure skating, and I watched the guy from the US absolutely demolish at figure skating. And so we're about to go into a sermon series at church on the Winter Olympics that we call Going for the Gold, all right? And so I thought there was no better way to start this off than to talk about preparing to go for the gold. Now, what does that mean? Well, we're going to talk about a few things that we're actually going to be talking about on these weeks about how to go for a gold in our life and what God is calling us to do. And so the first thing right here is to see where we are going and to focus on it. We're going to talk a lot about this Sunday, but that is, where is God calling us? Where is God calling you right now? And finding that purpose and staying locked in on God's vision. You know, I was watching curling tonight. They had the mixed curling going on. And the thing I always notice is they always put their stick where they would aim, where they would go for. They would make sure to focus in on, all right, what am I going to be aiming at? And most of the time they would hit that. But one time I remember they didn't even put a stick down. The guy just threw it down there really fast because he was trying to clear off a bunch of rocks, and he missed the thing completely. Just simply having something to look at and something to focus on will make it way easier for us, no matter what the challenge might be, no matter how many things might be standing in our way, however many, as they say, like curls or rocks are blocking the center. When we find the target and we aim for it, we stand a better chance than if we just threw it down there with all our force. So, now here's the other thing. Do you think any of these gold medalists, like figure skating, he just got up on the ice and he just said, you know what? I'm going to be good at figure skating. It's going to be great. No, there was training involved. And so, as we're getting ready to go for the gold, have you been doing the training? Do you think that you've been training for what God is calling you to do? And if not, is God calling you to go into training? Is God calling you into new places, new work areas, and new relationships? But he's telling you, I need you to put in the work and training before I can even put you there. And so, what that mainly comes from is, let's just look at Jesus, for example. Nothing happens overnight, and this is a great thing. Okay, Jesus, the Son of God, trained, I mean, technically, I don't know if you would call him baby training, but anyway, but for 30 years, till he was 30. He was not on his discipleship yet. God was working and crafting his son for the man that he was going to be on his short ministry compared to how long his life was. And I love what someone told me is that God will train you for 10 years to use you for one. And I was like, it's really crazy, but a great example is, so for those of you church that don't know, I'm a producer. I started producing when I was a sophomore in high school. I worked my tail off. I never got a single cut, never a single hit, nothing like that, until my senior year, 6 years in training as a producer. 6 years after I worked my tail off, I remember I finally got my cut for a song that will be coming out in the summer with Michael W. Smith. But a lot of people look and they're like, well, you're just naturally gifted as a producer. And I say, well, I think God's given me those gifts, but here's the truth. I did the training. And so that's the question that I have for you is, what are the places that God's looking at you and saying, hey, I need you to go do the work in there? Or are there places that you've trained for and now God is calling you out from that training. God's saying you're getting really comfortable with, just kind of rehearsing it. I need you to go out now, get out of your comfort zone, and I want to take the things that I've been teaching you and do them. And here's my favorite. Know that all of this, no matter what, is going to take time. But here's the most important thing. It is not where it's a set amount. It's not like I need you for 4 years and then something's going to happen. It's on his clock. It's not on yours. I remember they were talking about the snowboard races, okay? Or even like the skis when they go through the muggles and all that. So at the start gate, the clock is never determined. It is random when the buzzer goes off. Completely random. If you try to put it on your clock and anticipate, you're gonna miss it. But when you go to the time that is out of your control and submit to knowing, hey, I might not know the answers, but I'm going to be ready for when I get called out. I'm going to be ready when God says, hey, you see that person over there? Go talk to them. And I'm not going to be in my starting gate waiting for my idea of when it's supposed to go off, when I'm supposed to go. But when that bell goes off and God says, hey, can you go do that? I am as quick as possible going to do his will without question. Because they even say that even the slightest hesitation, when the bell goes off, you've lost the race. Doesn't even matter. Even the announcers, there's like, that crucial start is so important. And so as we are getting ready to start this gold medal lifestyle journey, we need to prepare for the gold. And that is by seeing what's in front of us, training for it, and knowing that it's going to take time, and most of all, it's not on our clock, but it's on God's. Well, guys, I am super excited for this Sunday. Also, I'm super excited that we are starting our Monday night service. So, please come on out on Mondays. It's a great service for in the weeks, just a little bit crazy. Or if you want something, if you love coming to church on Sunday, but you're like, you know what, I would just love to just be in a smaller group and just really dig down and just get some personal worship, come to Monday night. Honestly, if you come to Sunday, I would seriously challenge you, at least once this month, come to Monday night. I just find that, for me, I love small environments for some worship, and especially due to the fact I know Sunday is not easy for everybody. I know that we can only sometimes come to 1 or 2 Sundays a month. But if you simply go, okay, I'll come to 2 Sundays a month, but you know what? I'll also come to 1 Monday night. That week that I miss a Sunday, I'm going to come to Monday night. I'm going to make sure that I'm there, because we have to get that time with God. And I will say, as great as it is with the technology that we have now at Winfrey, with YouTube and with screens, there's something about in person. When 2 or more are gathered, I am there. And as I do think it applies to virtual, but especially in person, when we come together as a community, I just think that worship and feeling the Holy Spirit and getting some advice on where God is calling you from others that he will have put in those places for you. Sorry, I didn't mean to ramble about Monday night, but I am so excited. I think that there's some really cool stuff coming up at Winfrey, and I think y'all are going to very much enjoy it. Also, since I won't be on Devotional next Friday or Monday, happy Valentine's Day coming up, and we cannot wait to see you guys at church. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.